The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's fun.
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Sheldon Richardson busting through to get him for a loss of 6. Palmer gets him set. 3rd and long for the Cardinals after the sack. Play clock winding down. In motion right is Brown. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now Palmer on 3rd and long. And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's 4th down. Here's Andy Lee now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this one goes sailing out of bounds. Where did it cross? Well, they're going to say on this side of midfield. And out now come the Seahawks. Now Wilson on 1st down. His throw incomplete.
We'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. 2nd and 10. It's Wilson again. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Baldwin. And he is out of bounds, just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Wilson going to hand it to Procise. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a 1st down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
I'm ready now for 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Wilson. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. He'll wind up being stopped for no gain, and it'll lead to a 4th down. On now, it's Blair Walsh as he'll try the field goal here. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. And Walsh able to convert it as his kick is good. And that will make our score 9-0. A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense, and over the post.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. And this is their third drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big.
And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Frank Clark in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. First carry now. This is Johnson. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. Ready to go now in the second quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Cardinals in possession of the football. They do, however, have a tough 3rd and long coming up. It's the backup Gabbert. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And absolutely zero surprise that that one was incomplete, huh? I mean, truthfully, how many OCs have we seen with 3rd and 20 on their play sheet and go, oh, I've got the exact play to dial up?
Now, that's just a head scratching down when you're facing a 3rd and 20. Tried to complete it, couldn't get it done. This is taken at the 18. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. He's going to loft one deep left side. Looking for Baldwin, intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
Well, surprise, surprise, partner. No, we know it's not a surprise. When you try to complete a pass against this Cardinals defense, there's a reason that they are known as the no-fly zone.
They go play action here on 1st down. It's brought in complete. It's John Brown. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. First down carry here for Johnson. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive. And once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Again, it's Johnson. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now. From the gun, Gabbert, nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And Dawson's kick is good. And they are on the board. It's now 9-3. So he splits the uprights there, and I would imagine it's nice as a kicker. Right when it leaves your foot, you know it's good.
Yeah, it's kind of like a golfer that picks up his tee after a nice drive without even watching it land.
Solid analogy. I like it. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
I don't care how many times you tell the story. Undrafted out of Stanford and plays like a #1 receiver should in the NFL. I don't care how you cover him. I don't care that his size isn't great. He's the one that typically comes up with the football.
Absolutely. His roots go all the way back to Gulf Breeze, Florida, where he's from, right on the water near Pensacola, and then, of course, to Stanford, and, boy, he's been good. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The tight end, Luke Wilson, was the target. 3rd down here.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
On 3rd down, Wilson. He finds his man, Baldwin. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. 23 yards on the play. Wilson turns and gives to Procise. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 11 more on that one and another 1st down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. Did pick up another 1st down with that run.
Here's Wilson to throw. It's caught. Lockett. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. And now the passing game here in the 2nd quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it now. The confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
And now the Cardinals are going to use another timeout. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back. Shift together here from the D-line. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and goal. Now they'll run it on the toss. And it's a fumble. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
Gabbert now after the fumble recovery. Going for the deep. He's got a man. Complete. A gain of 32 that time. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. And still plenty of time remaining here in this second quarter. And it looks like this will likely be the last play before we hit the 2-minute warning. A first down throw for Gabbert. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back to CenturyLink Field after this. A second down throw for Gabbert. Underneath for Johnson. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Give him 6 on the play, and they're going to face a third down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
On third down, Gabbert. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now fourth down. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. And so close to hitting pay dirt last time, fumbling down near the goal line. Now, how does that affect their psyche this time around?
It's a tester, that's for sure, because to be that close and come away with no points is really disappointing, not just for the guys on offense, but the defensive players, too, who thought, hey, we're going to put some points up and have a little momentum going. They've got to find a way to just get it out of their minds, let it go,
short-term memory,
and move on to the next series.
Now Wilson. This is complete. It's Baldwin. And he's going to go out of bounds at the 30-yard line. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
A lot of receivers see the drag route as a risk-reward type of a play. The risk, going into the middle of the field where there's some big people want to hit you. But the reward is oftentimes you get lost in coverage, running a little bit underneath. And when you catch it just right, as we just saw there, the end result can be a big, big play. That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Second and 10 now, Wilson. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they had incompletions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Here's Wilson on third down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Tyvon Branch. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
All right, work with me, partner. This is a classic understatement. Their execution has been very poor. Last 3 drives, 2 interceptions and a fumble. Winning football? We're not seeing it right now.
Following the interception, here's Gabbert. Screenplay, Johnson. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Second down, Gabbert. And this is caught on the left side, Jerron Brown. And now the Seahawks are going to call another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
The Cardinals on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Out of the gun, Gabbert. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. Here's Andy Lee now as he's on for the 5th time here today. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And this ball is going to be down now right at the 10-yard line. Good spot. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here,
as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. This complete to Lockett. And some space here. Space to maneuver at the 40. Tyler Lockett. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett in the final seconds of the first half. And the Seahawks get the quick strike touchdown.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field.
These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep him warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
So we are at halftime here.
A lightning quick halftime. These guys hardly made it to the tunnel.
So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Now a play fake here on first down. He hits Baldwin right side. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. This is Procise. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down. Right back to Procise. Got some real estate inside the 30. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. C.J. Procise, his second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. Now it's Wilson. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Gabbert now on second down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Returnable, it's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Cardinal offense here ready to take over. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Gabbert now. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Cliff Averill in there to record another sack, their 6th of the afternoon. The Cardinals on third down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. Now a handoff. Johnson. And they'll get him down here at the 23. And he gets a good chunk of yards there, 8 all told, but they're still looking at a 4th down.
But once again, a good example of situational football. That was 3rd and very long, so you know they were guarding against the pass. And when they decided to run the ball, that was okay. Whatever yardage they picked up, as long as they didn't get to the first down marker, the defense was willing to concede, and they stopped them well short of a first down.
The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. They built up that lead at intermission, and they're just continuing to pour it on right now, aren't they?
Locked into a really good groove right now. I don't know if it's just the play calling. I know the execution is really, really sharp right now, and all the playmakers are doing exactly what you expect. They're making plays, and right now, defense has no answer and no chance of catching up.
Yeah, they're just looking to turn anywhere for a stop defensively. And the offense moving in the wrong direction here now as they face a 2nd and 12. They'll hand it off to Procise. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll make it 3rd and 13.
this was boxing, you think maybe they would have thought about stopping this one because this defense has been bruised, it's been battered, but this is why they keep the fight going, right? They just got done with a really nice play, showing they still got a little bit left, don't they?
Haven't had many plays that they can clip, put in the film room, and smile about, but, hey, there's one.
Clip and save.
Third and long, it's Wilson. And he's got Lockett. Tyler Lockett. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Tyler Lockett, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Seahawks are running away with this one.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So out now come the Cardinals. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They'll try to get the offense going with Johnson. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. The play clock's running down. From the shotgun, it's Gabbert. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you...
Oh, this is blocked. This is going the other way. But he doesn't get it much further. Taken down on the other side of the 50. Looked good for a second there, but it turns out just to be a missed extra point.
We have seen some exciting returns of blocked extra points. This one doesn't quite get into that level, but there had to be an anxious moment after it was blocked, wasn't it?
Yeah, and I think sometimes they still forget on both sides when that block comes on a PAT that you can return it for 2. He got it across midfield there, just not close to the end zone.
Yeah, you noted that moment of hesitancy, didn't you? You know, it's blocked. It's like, oh, yeah, that's right. It can be returned, and which means you have to get back and tackle him, too.
So that one will be accepted. Gabbert on first down. It's caught left side by John Brown. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. On first and 10, Gabbert. And he's going to get this inside the 30. They go play action here on first down. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. Heck of a move and then brought down near the 23. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. The 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football. Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
Throwing again. Gabbard on 2nd and 10. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Precision, precision, precision. That's the definition of it right there. Great pass, great catch for the score.
Yeah, people talk about arm strength all the time. Well, if you're not precise and you're not accurate, the arm strength really doesn't matter. We saw a little bit of everything with that throw.
Here's Dawson now to kick this one away. It's a very short kick taken by an up man. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. And last time out, another touchdown. And I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the fourth quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the roads
true.
will be fairly clear
that is
by the time we have to leave the booth.
C.J. Procise with his 3rd touchdown so far, number 13 now on the year. And this Seahawks offense continues to pour it on. Now, these have been no picnic for him so far. He's missed 2, but this one is good. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Cardinals offense now works their way back onto the field. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. Here we go with 2nd and 7. They go to Johnson again. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Play action now. Gabbard. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this 3rd quarter of play. Here's Andy Lee now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. Yikes. Terrible kick headed straight for the sideline. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Rodney Gunter coming up the middle, gets him there for a loss of about 9. Now Wilson on second down. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Baldwin. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down. The Seahawks on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Washington gets it going right. They find some open field here. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Second down following the run. A handoff for Washington. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. And the Seahawks on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 9. From the shotgun, Wilson. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. And this is no good. Close, but he misses just left of the upright. And this score will stay right where it is. So they'll come away with nothing here. A disappointing result even on a day like this.
And as a kicker in the rain, you've got to slow things down a little bit. Give your holder an extra half second to make sure everything's secure. And here, he might have rushed this one a little, and it winds up no good.
First down, Gabbard. Man open left side is Brown. Now the ball comes loose. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You've probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. It's the Pro Bowl quarterback, Richard Sherman, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Boy, this is becoming tough to watch. I don't know that I've seen 3 pick sixes from the same quarterback in the same game.
And I know that many are going to scream at the coach about why did you let him stay out there to throw those. But truthfully, what are the odds that you're going to throw 3 pick sixes in a game? You want to leave them out there so they can work through some of the rough stuff.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken near the 13. Shifts by him. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. They begin the drive with Johnson. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. On 2nd down, Johnson runs over it. And now running right through it. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Fresh set of downs here. Time running out here on the play clock. Now Gabbert. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I like what they tried to do there. They didn't get a completed pass downfield, but they came off of a momentum play. Big-time gain on the previous snap. Came right back and threw one deep, hoping to catch them on their heels.
A 2nd down throw now for Gabbert. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Frank Clark in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. The Cardinals on 3rd down. It has been a disaster. 0 for 8 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. Here's Gabbert. Fires one, but incomplete.
So this is what happens when you throw interceptions. That confident veneer that you have, it's chipped away a little bit. Maybe a little bit gun-shy throwing it around.
Yeah, underthrowing him there, and you're right. Those interceptions may be in the back of his mind. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Cardinals unable to convert there on 4th down. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. They'll start the drive with Washington. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. Time for a break. This one all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. Right back to Washington. A gain of a yard gets them back where they started. Now it's 3rd and 10. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Wilson to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. 8 yards on the screen there, not enough. And it'll be 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. And no return here. This one's going inside the 15 to the 12-yard line. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was like,
and he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. Frank Clark in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. A second down throw for Gabbert. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was in search of the tight end, Troy Nicholas. And now it's 3rd down. Well, not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
Third and long for Gabbert. And almost intercepted. That would have been his 3rd pick in this game alone. Instead, 4th down.
I'm trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there. Desperation time. Gabbert on 4th. And this is going to be incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And, boy, that means this next drive is going to start at the 3-yard line. Trying to pound it in with Washington. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Steps away to his left. Throw left side complete. It's Brown. Yeah, they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards. So the offense has it 1st and 10. To throw is Gabbert. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. On 2nd down, Gabbert again. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. The Cardinals on 3rd down. An almost unimaginable 0 for 10 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Gabbert here again. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play.
My high school coach John Ford used to say all the time, if you're in a bad situation, laddie, don't compound it with a bad decision as well. And I think that's what we just saw there. Harassed in the pocket, and he throws into double coverage anyway.
He called you laddie?
He called me laddie, and that was the nicest thing he called me.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. On first, here's Washington. Look at the spin. Past the 20. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Anticipation is mounting for today's game, and we've got two quarterbacks looking to make an impact. It's Deshaun Watson's Texans going up against Newton's Panthers.
Larry, with a beautiful skyline towering just to the right of us, you get a look inside Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte, North Carolina. Just a moment ago, the lights, the cameras, the action, all the pyrotechnics, everything was ablaze, everything was allowed here in Bank of America Stadium as Carolina emerged from their tunnel. And we are ready to go as the Panthers get set to match up with the Houston Texans. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fozzie Whitaker now on the return. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. They'll give to the fullback on the dive. And this first play will get him back to the 25, but that's going to be it. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. And on 2nd and 10 now. Newton to throw. On the left side by Benjamin. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A Carolina first, Newton to Benjamin.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
They'll run. This is Jonathan Stewart. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it. So those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. Now Newton. And that is incomplete.